Oh my god. Yeah, that's him. Blacklisted modifications are a bannable offense. Huh. Yeah. What do you mean 0.9195 players? What? So anywho, what's another example of that? Do I even need to provide another example? I want to though, if I can think of it. Think of one. I don't even know if Kill la Kill has that. I can't remember. Yuri Yuri Hajimaru. What am I doing? What's another example? Come on now. I can't recall anything. What's another anime I've watched? Bokudake Ai Naimachi. I don't remember anything from it. Yeah, so I can't come up with another example. But anyway, Death Note has those, and it shows, in those, Death Note decides to show, Death Note book rules, which is genius, I'd say. I don't know if it's genius. Also, they're so short that you don't even have the time to read. I'm not sure what people do if they're watching, like, on television. It's like, what? It's like, you can't read that in such a short amount of time. But anyway, so I just, and of course, since I'm watching English subbed, there's an English translation of it. But the Japanese text is still underneath, and so I was trying to, so I was looking at the text, in Japanese, and I was looking at the text in English and trying to find out, so I looked up, so I was searching for something, and I think I found something, I don't know, and then I found the kanji for Shinigami, and then I decided to, and then I saw some kanji after it, and I thought it might mean, like, voice. But no, it actually meant, appearance, or, like, shape. And then, there's, a character after it, ya, and then, it was another kanji, and it was some, I don't remember how it was spelled, like, N, or something like that. And, it was voice. It meant voice. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and so I didn't really know what ya means. I guess it means and, but don't they always say that, oh, you know, do means and, but, well, maybe it varies or something. Just, why am I trying to, okay, never mind, just, such a weeaboo. I was just looking at that and it was intriguing. You know, like it always is. Something I've noticed about kanji recently is that they're actually not as complicated as they seem. Like, there is rhyme and reason to them. When I look at them, it's like they're made up of smaller parts. I see now. Like, the one for Sakura looks like it's made up of first a pole, and then it's one which looks like she, and then we have one which is like onna, I think. So it's like made up of those three parts. Now, why it's made up of those three parts, I don't know. You know, sometimes people try to explain that, like, oh, well, you know, this means, you know, the classical example would be like, oh, you know, this is like 3 trees, so it means forest or something. But whatever. I'm sure there is an explanation. Well, I don't know though. There is etymology though, I can tell you that. Because that's what I've been looking at as well on Wiktionary. It's really cool to be able to see like more primitive scripts and how they evolved into the modern Chinese characters. It's very cool. It is extremely cool. It's like you could do this your entire life. It's like this stuff is so cool. Now, as for stroke order, I'm not sure why it's so important. It doesn't seem like people, if someone is learning, just never mind. Just I don't know. You don't see people being like, oh well, you're writing in the wrong order when you write like a letter, like H or a G or an N or something. Do people really say that? Oh, you're writing in the wrong order, dude. You need to write, the first this and then this or something. But apparently that's so important when you're writing Japanese. So it's like, Well, at least I mean, since the characters are so complicated, at least it lets me like, it might like help me think about them like more methodically, like, so I don't think of them as just a picture, but rather like a series of steps. It might help me remember it easier, and so I don't forget anything to put there. I don't know. That's got to be the murderer. Who is the murderer? Well, it's someone. It's that person. Der Sonnenpilz. That's the second time I've seen Pilz. And this time it's Der Sonnenpilz. So I was gonna rant about food. I can't believe I've been recording for nearly half an hour. I thought this would be a 10-minute recording, but that's what I always say, isn't it? So, but this time I actually have something to say. So, I love food, but only certain types of food. And when people say I love food, as in they'd eat anything, I can't relate. Because I hate certain types of food. Particularly Swedish cuisine. Swedish cuisine is absolutely abhorrent. I gotta admit, it is just so abhorrent. Where is this action going on? Was it upstairs? Yep, looks like something's happening here. Where's the person who got the bow? This person? I'm gonna stick by this person, which is probably dangerous. Because if the murderer comes up to that person, then I'm gonna be close by, so I'm not really gonna be able to get the bow. Because the murderer is gonna kill me. But anywho, so like I said, I didn't eat anything. Well, I didn't actually say that, but I didn't eat anything or drink anything until 2 p.m. And it was, they got me a hamburger, and it was one of those they call a royal, and French fries and a chocolate milkshake, and I had some water too. Now I was getting pretty frustrated sitting there. I want to be alone. I like to be alone. I don't want to be amongst other people. And eventually, my mother started talking about like tomorrow. What I'm gonna do tomorrow. You're gonna go to school tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about this whilst having my delicious meal. Come on, man. And then she left the table, but I still wasn't satisfied because I still felt like I wasn't alone enough. So after sitting there for like 10 minutes, I eventually decided to just bring it up to my room. I don't know if it even counts as my room because I come in the room all the time, but I don't know. I just where I sleep anyway, and I jumped on the bed and broke it. What an idiot I am.